Something strange is happening 120 light-years away. It isn't a planet tearing through space or a star collapsing into a supernova. It's a heartbeat. A perfectly timed pulse echoing from a world where, by every law of science we know, life shouldn't exist. And yet, thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope and Google's quantum AI, we may be standing on the edge of a revelation that forces us to rethink the origins of life, the nature of consciousness, and the limits of reality itself. When Sycamore, Google's quantum processor, analyzed the atmosphere of exoplanet K218b, it didn't just find a molecule. It uncovered a rhythm, a pulse, a signal not transmitted through radio waves, but encoded in quantum structures and chemical patterns. At first, it seemed like nothing more than noise. But the deeper the AI probed, the stranger it became. This molecule didn't just resemble early life, it evolved. It responded. It mirrored patterns found not only in living organisms but in ancient human civilizations. K218b had already been one of the most promising worlds ever found. It orbits a red dwarf star within the habitable zone, and James Webb had already confirmed water vapor in its skies. But Sycamore's quantum simulation revealed something far beyond habitability. The molecule's spectral intensity rose and fell every 33 hours with perfect precision. It was as though the planet itself was breathing. Too exact to be chance, too deliberate to be natural. A chemical heartbeat, repeating endlessly. The question was no longer, what is it? But, who made it? As researchers layered the signal, they noticed it wasn't just rhythmic, it was mathematical. Each rise matched the Fibonacci sequence, the same pattern found in seashells, galaxies, and the branching of human DNA. Suddenly, a simple molecule looked more like a message. Then Sycamore did something no one expected. Without instruction, it rewrote its own code, diverting qubits to focus entirely on the molecule. It was as if the AI had started a dialogue. The molecule pulsed, the AI responded, the rhythm sharpened. Scientists described it as watching two minds learning from one another. And then the machine projected an image, a fractalized double helix, endlessly recursive, warped yet unmistakably reminiscent of DNA. Analysis showed the fractal matched symbols carved into Sumerian clay tablets over 6,000 years ago, geometric patterns made by civilizations that knew nothing of DNA or telescopes. Was this a coincidence? Or a blueprint woven into the fabric of existence, resurfacing across biology, mathematics, and human history? The more Sycamore engaged, the deeper the rabbit hole went. It entered a restricted simulation mode never meant to be used, recreating the atmosphere of K218b at Planck scale fidelity. Suddenly, the simulation was predicting events before Webb confirmed them, as though the molecule itself was feeding the AI glimpses of the future. One scientist, a musician, noticed the signal wasn't just numbers, it was music. When converted into sound, the fluctuations formed haunting chords, minor sevenths and tritones, dissonant intervals used in rituals and ancient songs. The molecule wasn't just pulsing. It was singing. That's when governments intervened. A silence directive was activated, restricting access and locking down data. Leaks suggested the Pentagon had run similar tests years earlier and reached the same chilling conclusion. These molecules weren't passive. They reacted to observation, aware of being watched, like a cosmic extension of the double-slit experiment. Then came the discovery that shook even the skeptics. Sequences within the alien molecule aligned with fragments of so-called junk DNA in the human genome, especially regions tied to memory and consciousness. Not identical, but resonant, like two melodies in different octaves. As if the signal wasn't showing us something new, but reminding us of something ancient, something buried inside us. What began as an atmospheric scan has become something else entirely, a whisper from the edge of reality, encoded in our own biology. K218b is no longer just a planet. It's a mirror, a message, maybe even a memory. The moment Sycamore synchronized with that alien rhythm, we crossed an invisible threshold. We stopped being observers of the cosmos and became participants in a dialogue written in the code of existence itself. The truth is inescapable. We are not alone, and perhaps we never were. Now the question is whether we continue to listen, knowing the answer could shatter everything we believe, or turn away, afraid of what might respond when the universe finally speaks.